Welcome back. Here we are back on the Courageous 2, I assume. After an interesting previous part. We learned a lot more about what's going on. The Chancellor, Emperor Dracul's reborn. The whims of fate are inscrutable as ever. Even so, the big picture is starting to come together at last. Including the reason why Father would entrust so much authority to him. Indeed. Sounds like Elisa's father and George have quite a bit of baggage too. Yeah. The Black Workshop and the Ebon Knight was even more dreadful than anything we could have expected. Chancellor's true intentions aside, we've finally gotten a glimpse into the cause of the Empire's woes. You're right, this is a real bombshell. But the rivalry of the Seven might just be our avenue to fight back against the curse. Right, thanks to Roselia and everyone, I've steeled my resolve to go through with the remaining rivalries. We have to keep moving forward, for Millium and for Valimar. Absolutely, we're with you. We'll fight with everything we have until the very end. Right, as Class 7. Seems all of this has really helped you move forward, in more ways than one. And if the Lionheart Emperor is to make an appearance in this story, then I can't very well let myself be outdone by him now, can I? That's right. I'm glad we were finally able to find a role for ourselves in all of this. Are you sure you don't mind? Providing Towa with support, I mean. Towa needs it. She's piling on too much work on herself. Don't you worry about a thing. We've been studying the terminal controls little by little. Yes, we've read the manual inside and out. I'm sure we'll be able to provide some assistance when you need it. Really is amazing how you two got used to everything in no time at all. At least, Your Highness, I'll be counting on you from now on, okay? You got it! Sheesh, you really can't underestimate those two. Everyone from the branch campus is going all out, so better keep up the tempo with them. Now, it's about time we put together our itinerary. I should think our next objective pretty clear, no? Right, Grandmother showed me the situation before we left. Looks like the two Divine Knights and their Awakeners have taken up position at separate shrines. The Palatinate, whatever it's called, Knight is at the Draco Shrine in Sutherland, while the Argent Knight is at the Stellar Shrine in Crossbell. Okay, so we're going back to Crossbell at least. Still, like, there is other shrines. The way I'd throw it, like I was talking before, like, if Falcon want to, like, make an excuse, basically, of why we can't go to the other shrines, it'd be like, well, those shrines were specifically made to just purify Zemurian ore. And they're not perfect for the grounds for a rivalry. It's like, oh, well, there we go. That's how I'd do it. We've probably been making preparations for the rivalries, given that the war's about to start. And obviously the proximity to where they got Divine Knights could be part of it as well. I'd imagine that's the bigger thing here. Because you think where we fought Crow, very close to where he picked it up, so... Well, I guess nobody can accuse the Maiden or the Jaeger King of having poor work ethic. I'm sure we're all raring to go right now, but we spent half the day at the Lunar Shrine already. I say we pick just one spot and give it our undivided attention. Agreed. In addition to the shrines, I'd also like to check in on the surrounding area. We get to go back to Crossbell. Which place are we gonna hit up first? Crossbell. I don't go to St. Ark again. Like Crossbell, yes, St. Ark though. My lord is in Crossbell, so naturally my interests lie there. See, it's like... It's that sort of thing. The Palatinate Knight being there makes sense of what I said with the whole proximity to probably where he picked it up and stuff like that, but it is like Legram should have been the spot, like, because there is a shrine nearby, but again, you could throw away the whole thing by just saying that's only their design so it could actually get Zemurian ore. I'd be like, okay, that's fine, but just have it somewhere, Falcon. Come on. Normally you're good at this. I expect it to be there somewhere. My lord is in Crossbell, so naturally my interests lie there. Considering the distance, it might be better to start with the boss at the Draco Shrine and work our way east. Good point. It was off Old Agria Road, east of Palm, right? So once we're ready, let's head over there and start our reconnaissance. Sounds like a plan. By the way, several requests came through not long ago. If you could spare some time to take care of those, I, and the requesters, would greatly appreciate it. Understood. In that case, I suppose it's time we mobilized once again. Yes, that's Class VII and the Radiant Wings both. If the courageous true, the range of places we can explore is going to expand quite a lot. Before taking on the rivalries themselves, we need to do what we can to help people in each area. Oh, Rean, one last thing. I just spoke with Una and Kurt. Next time you go down to the surface, would you please take me with you? Yes. You want to come along? But there's the ship's operation to oversee and... Ah, wait, I get it. At least the others are going to help out, so we'll have some leeway to work with there. After all, there are some cases where contacting everyone is going to be a lot easier from the surface. I'd be away from actual combat, but I think I could help you out with my order, so what do you say? Understood. We weren't planning to do any more than scout the Draco Shrine today anyway. Just don't overdo it, Towa, okay? Right, I won't. Even if it's just for a little while, I won't let you down. Oh, and I sent our latest batch of requests to the terminal. Be sure to give it a look when you have a moment. You bet. Thanks. I like how sort of like, Rean was like, yeah, go on then. Right, so our group setup for what we want now going forward is that. And that seemed to work very, very nicely for me, but I want to have you around, just in case. Honestly, like, forget the evasion stuff. Who would I want in as backup? It's like, I want her, like Una there, because we could bring her in, maybe get the BP up. Who's a good one to bring in on top of that, though? I am thinking it's like I've got to still bring Crow, because it's Crow. So, the situation in each location has completely changed, and you can now visit the city of Ordis, the port city, and its surrounding roads. Towa will be accompanying your party. She won't directly participate in combat, but she'll provide support for your party with her powerful order. That's Celine's order. When Emma is in your party, Celine's Brave Order Midnight Onyx will be available. Oh, well, that's good. Revived bonding points. You have to revive them. 8? 8 bonding points? And a green down there. Okay. Well, let's begin the rounds. Something smells good in here. Did you bring the prince something to eat? No, it's his cologne. I sure did. Much to my delight. Delight, yes. Sandy told me that she would try to recreate the very risotto my mother used to make. Well, I know it's improper etiquette. I asked her to bring it to me so I could eat it here. It is here when I was thrown for a loop upon my discovery of that nostalgic dish's formal name, Lenheim risotto. You want to be careful with that, Oliver. Sometimes it can make you die and turn into a ghost. It happened to Rean. He got better, but it can happen. Lenheim risotto. Whoever created a dish so legendary was actually named after her? This is amazing. Many is just like Mother used to make. Sandy, I don't know how to thank you. Never thought I would taste this dish again. I'm truly blessed to have such a considerate cousin. Oh, that's wait, what did you say? Second cousin, technically, on his mother's side. We only recently found out ourselves. And after all this time, it did come as quite a shock. I'll bet. Although I guess I always did kind of assume you must have had some fringe relatives in Ulster. Just never expected one of them would be Sandy. No one trying to hide it from you or anything, just never came up until now. To return to the matter at hand, I really have to do something to show my gratitude. What would you say to a private concert at the Sunny Spot Inn? That sounds great. It's just what the town needs to keep their spirits up. You two really do make for great cousins. I hope we get that happen, because it's like, we know Ulster really like Prince Oliver to, like, you know, it's a town hero sort of thing. It's like, knowing he's alive, surely that would change their tune, help against the curse and stuff like that. There are so many things to look forward to once this war is over. Such as holding a solo concert at Ulster. I'll make it happen, just you watch. I'm just glad His Highness is happy. Even promised a performance. Nothing could be better. Lovely. Let's see what we got here anyway. So, check requests. Herculean task. Managed to get a read on the location of the Hercules 5th squad who escaped before. They've holed up in a blockade area someplace in Avon Hills. Ah. I'd like to ask for your help again to finish the job once and for all. This time, I know we can bring them in. I'll meet you at a Hotel Hortensia in Ordis, the port city. Radio Stars Reborn. It's been a disaster. We've run into a problem at Radio Trista right before we were about to record our latest show. We need replacement actors ASAP. If you can help, I'll give you the details in person. Director Monk. I want to believe a larger-than-life monster was spotted on the banks of Lake Gala. Oh. We suspect this is the same life form witnessed in Milsanti, having now dragged itself out of the water. Galliosaurus. We should be quick to handle it on our own, so long as we act quickly. Alright, fair enough. Finally getting around to the galley stuff. Leonora! Hey, Leonora. You heading up the flight crew today? Yeah, it's a real honor. They made me assistant pilot and everything. That's a little different from getting around on the sea, but a ship's a ship. It's pretty fun. Well, that's good. Whether it's ships, bikes, or soldats, you've got a real affinity for machines. You remind me of Angelica in a way. Thanks. I'll take that as a compliment. I think he means it as a compliment. Man, I can't believe the specs on this thing. It can cover up to 3,600 sails per hour. Can't wait to experience that kind of speed firsthand. It's good to see you're so, enthusiastic about your work. Indeed. I wonder if those two are really gonna be okay. Is something the matter, Valerie? Oh, Instructor Rean. Actually, we've recently had some noise slipping into our communications with Lemaire. Louise and Tatiana have gone out there to pinpoint what's causing it. Noise, huh? How bad are we talking? Well, it's essentially just a small amount of static. Nothing that would delay our operations or anything like that. Still, I think it'd be a bad idea to just let it be. That's why I'm working with Louise and Tatiana to take care of it. Our analysis has revealed the general area of 2 points where the noise seems to be originating from. See, so that's why the girls have gone down to investigate. Yeah, seems like the source can be specifically determined with this special AUKUS 2 detection app. So using the AUKUS 2 to search for transmission noise. We did cover something like this in the Heimdall field exercises, now that I think about it. Seems like you three are making pretty good use of it. So because those field exercises covered such a wide range of topics. In any case, Louise and Tatiana are there purely for investigative purposes. So I doubt we'll have any problems, but it's completely natural to be worried. Sure, they've had provisional training, but support roles are what they're used to. Should I go down with the comms team and back them up? I want to help in any way I can. Help Louise and Tatiana. Okay, we do have some leeway right now. I'm going to help out as much as I can. Instructor Rean, thank you so much. So where were Louise and Tatiana headed? Louise is at Orlos Coastal Road. Tatiana is at Milsanti By Road. I believe that they're still in the middle of their search for the noise source. I'll send word myself, but if you find a moment to go and meet with them, it'd be a great help. Okay? Sounds good. I believe that Louise is investigating Orlos Coastal Road and Tatiana Milsanti By Road. Really appreciate if you could provide assistance to them, Instructor. Lovely. Right. Anybody? Yes. Are you sure you want to do that? What the? Where'd that move come from? Okay, maybe if I send this guy here. Hey, Sydney. Mackie's teaching you how to play chess. Something like that. I've been posing him a number of chess problems to help him get a grip at the finer points of the game. Chess problems, huh? Like trying to reach checkmate in a set number of turns with some prearranged pieces? Looks like you're really into it, Sydney. I figured I ought to show everyone I'm more than just a pretty face. Charging all gung-ho like I always do is gonna cause problems down the line. I can't let that happen. Learning chess is my way of training myself to think things through a little more carefully. Not many people are as honest about their faults as you. Yeah, you're more mature than I realized. Plus, chicks dig smart guys. Times are changing, I gotta change with them, or I'll be left behind. Okay, now it all makes sense. You'd been better off keeping that side of things quiet. I really need to work on sharpening my on-the-spot thinking and decision-making skills. If I put that off, I'll be able to reel in just about grow tremendously as an individual. I'm glad that you're striving for self-improvement, but I think we need to have a talk about your ever-present ulterior motives. Indeed. Popularity aside, it's his desire to change that we should respect. It's a nice way of looking at it, Macius. Yeah, well done. This is a good break for me too. I'll work with him until he's satisfied. Sorry for the trouble, Macius. He's a good egg, is Macius. He's a good egg. He's hard-boiled, but he's a good egg. Alright, so where's some bonding events anyway? Who's down here? Oh. Right, who have we got anyway in terms of bonding? Because I'm curious. Oh dear. Ooh, you've got a blue thingy now. Okay. Good to know, good to know. Can I see here? Oh. I'm actually gonna go do Towa's now. Hello, we'll speak to Vivi first then. But don't worry, it's all good on my end, I've got this. It's not good on my end. I couldn't reach you for over a month, and now you want to tag along and interview some third-party power? Not just that, but you even sent this completely unrealistic event plan. Our papers read by the military for Adios' sake. Although doing a joint feature with the Crossbell Times isn't a bad idea. Right? I already talked it through with Rex. Actually, it might have been his idea originally. Normally I'd flat out refuse, but some other staff here are on board with your proposal. However, it's not workable without some changes. Come to the office and we can discuss the edits. So sorry, boss, but no can do. I'm not on the best terms with the military at the moment, so I'd rather keep a low profile. Don't I just leave it in your capable hands? Is this all a joke to you? Ever heard of the word responsibility? If he's talking to her superior at the Chronicle. Sounds like she submitted some unorthodox proposal to the editor-in-chief. But not my business anyway. You get some sort of satisfaction from making my life all that more difficult. Well, fine, I'll see what I can do. But you owe me at least 5 no-nonsense articles for this, or you're fired. I'm serious, Vivi. No problem and thanks. I'll get the courageous crew to help me out with that. Oh dear. You got anyone else on the deck? Oh, we do actually. What the bloody hell are you doing up there? Like, get down. Yo, what are you doing here? I was about to ask you the same. Didn't expect to run into you here. I'm taking a break from work. Gotta think something over. So convenient to have an airship. You can smuggle goods easily while enjoying the wind in your hair as you speed through the air. The Bobcat's not bad, but you can't carry tanks or soul nets. Gotta think of my future or of work opportunities. It's becoming clear to me that an airship is a must. I'd have a worry whenever she starts laying out her future plans. I really want to get an airship for myself. Decent sized one like this would be great. That must cost a kidney. I ain't selling mine. Maybe Mama will buy me one. She's eyeing a real fully loaded airship with the same glee a normal kid would a toy one. I love... Like I've mentioned before how I love the trains and stuff like that, and like models of the trains. I have a train set. Of like an Erebonian train set and stuff like that. I'd love a model of this as well. Because like, if it isn't obvious, I love Star Trek as well. I have a model of the Discovery Enterprise on my desk, the Enterprise E, First Contact and the like, and Deep Space Nine, the space station. I have models of that on my desk just sitting here, alongside a figure of Nep Nendoroid and a Stell Nendoroid, and a and a Batman car from the 60s Batman. I have strange oddities, but it's just like the combination of all these things. Like you got Star Trek, Batman, that kind of makes more sense. Neptunia, and Trails. Yep. Anyway, Towa. Triple dot. Towa, what are you doing out here? Well, Oh, are you going down to the surface? If so, I'll get things ready right away. No, it's okay. There's no need to rush. Just wondering if there was something on your mind. Seems like it. But it's not really a big deal or anything. But now that you think I'm acting weird, you're not going to let it go, are you? I'd rather not worry you, so... Truth is, some information came through from the special support section. It's about the airship incident. Ooh, the crash 17 years ago. Definitely want to learn about this. Oh. It happened on the route between Crossbell and Northumbria. Seems like it's a pretty desolate area, at least in terms of people. I wonder if we might see something if we look down on it from the North Highlands. Oh, please tell me we're going to the North Highlands. Which is so weird for me to say, with my history with that place. That's an idea. I'm so curious about what happened back then. Me too. Maybe I can be of some help to Towa. Yes! Hey, Towa, here's an idea. How about we go to the North Highlands together? Huh? I've actually been discussing this with Gaius for a while now. Sounds like it's got to be one of the major fronts of the war. So doing some recon would be smart. I freaking said this as one of the, ideas of why we could have gone to the North Highlands as part of the story. We're still going there as part of the story, in my head. It's just... why put it behind bonding events? That could have been part of Act 2, and it would have been awesome. Anyway, still doing it, so it's fine. The Macabre is under repair, so guys, kind of given up on the idea. We should manage it just fine if we have Vanimar take us there through the spirit path. This is my logic of why we should go there, see what's going on. That would definitely work, but aren't you really busy, Rean? I think this could lead to some really useful information for the Radiant Wings. I'm sure Gaius wants to visit his family. It's not like bringing you along would cause things to run any less smoothly. In fact, I'd wager the opposite. Having you along would be a great help. What do you say? Well... to Nord we go. Come on. Towa was initially a little hesitant the idea of coming along, but Rean's insistence eventually won her over. They met up with Gaius, and with Vanimar's assistance, took the spirit path there. Yes! It's even the best bit of Nord. The cold steel 2-bit. We really made it. I knew we could count on Rean and Vanimar. It's even got the music. Their defenses are still down. Gaius, you should get going. Right, I'll be back after I check in with my family. I'll leave the repeater to you, Towa. Of course, give your family my best. I love it, as part of Towa's bonding. Gaius gets to check in with his family. It's like, that's great. Here. Nope. This is the type of stuff I wanted to happen in Act 2. So I'm glad it's come up. Again, I didn't need anything special or anything, just moments like this, and it's like, that feels enough to me. Okay, guess we'd better get to setting up the repeater. Yeah, maybe we should set it up behind a boulder, where it can't be seen from the watchtower. Besides, Calvard's right over there. Triple dot. The airship went down just beyond this mountain range, right? Yeah, in no man's land right between Erebonia and Calvard. The files said all evidence of the incidents being covered up. It seems there's nothing left here. Or there. Oh. Rean? Thank you. I think I feel a little bit better now. As a kid, I was pretty unhappy that I didn't get a chance to say goodbye to my parents. But now, I feel like I can finally move on. You're lying. Huh? I got goosebumps from that. It's like, again, this is what I like about the Towa and Rean dynamic. It's like, sort of like they're supporting each other, and it's very much seeing through everything. It's like, this has probably been the reason why she works so hard and everything. Trying to hide how she feels, like probably starting with her mother and stuff, mother and father. Starting with that, losing people, and then obviously through like Cold Steel, like she's lost all her friends and stuff. She's got Angie back now and Crow back, but it's like she went through so much, so it's just like she just bury herself in work. Come on, how long have we known each other? You can't hide it from me. You're always putting others before yourself, even more than I do. But right now, there's no one here but you and me. For once, just be honest and open about how you're feeling. Rean. Do I look that down about it? It was 17 years ago. I was only 4 at the time, so I barely remember it at all. Just blurry images of people who I guess must have been my mother and father. Grief isn't determined by time. Besides, that's not all, is it? Grief isn't the only thing you're holding back. It's okay, just let it out. Rean, why would you say all this to me? I've been trying so hard not to let it get to me, but now... The war's just a few days away, and my uncle's been drafted. Hundreds of thousands of lives, maybe even millions, are hanging in the balance here. So happy when Angie came back, I could have cried. But George is still with the enemy. There's no guarantee he'll change his mind anytime soon. And there's Crow. It seems like it's impossible for him not to disappear forever when all this is over. Don't even know for sure what'll happen to you, Rean. Yeah. My body's linked to the Great Twilight, and well, we all know about my heart. I might be headed towards the same fate as Crow.
Why are you making me speak from the heart? I've been at my limit so long, trying to keep it in the whole time.
Crow, George, my parents, my grandfather. Everyone I've ever loved has disappeared. Yeah. If I lose you too, I can't. It's okay, Towa. I'm here. Not even a head pat. A proper hug. I don't know what the future holds, but I promise you, I won't give up until the very end. So please.
Oh, you're impossible, Rean! Even if it's just an empty promise, I want to hear you say it! You bring me all the way out here, hold me in your arms, and still... It's not fair! It's just not fair!
Ew, that hit a bit harder for me, on a personal level. May as well share that story in a second. It's very much like I'll share the story now in case you're wondering what I'm doing. It's very much like when Sarah was over last, because we hadn't seen each other in basically like 2 years. Because, you know, COVID had happened, all that type of stuff. And it got to the last day, and just waking up in the morning on the last day, just Sarah just turning over, like, just coming up next to me, just being, it's not fair. I was like, oh, don't do that to me. Don't. It's like, no, I agree, it's not fair, because she had to go away again. And it's like, oh. Anyway, tearing up now. This breeze feels kind of nice, doesn't it? Yeah. Thank you, Rean. Been holding all that in for a long time. Never realized just how stubborn I am. Angelica and Crow noticed what you were going through. Everyone was worried, so I took the liberty of doing something about it. I did show you a pretty pathetic side of me before graduation, after all. Oh, right. Yeah, that was a great moment. I almost forgot about that. It was all Crow's fault. And he came back and acted like it was nothing. Yeah, his behavior still bothers me a bit. It looks like we've both embarrassed ourselves in front of one another, huh? Fate must have brought us together, huh? I consider it an honor.
Hey, Rean. I mean it, you know? Every word.
Huh? It's your fault I'm saying this, you know. I didn't have the courage to bring it up until now. You brought me all the way out here and made me spill my guts. At least I don't have anything left to be afraid of after that. Towa. Think of it as payback. Still got plenty of flowers. Want to go offer them together? I'm sure my parents will appreciate it. Sure. I'd be glad to. Once Gaius returned, the group offered another prayer. Afterward, they used the spirit path to return to the courageous two. Like, damn right. Again, don't add in, like you can see, like, there's some connection there. Like, between Towa and Rean. But no declaration of love or anything like that. Just, like, showing, like, how close they are. Like, that's what I want from the bonding events. I'm assuming there's going to be something more after this, though. Like a finality to it. But that's what I want. It's like, until we get the finality, it should sort of be like just before any kind of declaration, and then it's fine and it's good, because that was really good. Progression of the story, the relationship between Towa and Rean, like regardless of whether or not like you pair them up or anything like that, they'd have a special relationship. Like that's canon. Again, the moment he brought up in Cold Steel 2 happened outside of a bonding event. So, you know, those kind of moments do happen between the two. So it's like, again, regardless. And like, it still fits. Regardless. Like, it's great. It's great. I like that. Thank you for taking the time to go to Nord with me, Rean. It's allowed me to come to terms with a lot of buried feelings. They're more manageable now. Towa. Anyway, I have to make these patrol activities practically perfect, right? I'll always be here to help when you're on the surface. Don't hesitate to let me know if you need anything, okay? Thanks, Towa. By the way, let's keep what happened in Nord to ourselves, okay? Even Angie and Crow aren't an exception. Right. Of course. I'm sure that time will come, and I'll be able to find the words to fully convey my emotions. Come on, you can't just keep dropping lines like that. Your corniness aside, I do understand. I can wait as long as you need, Rean. See, again, it's that sort of thing of like, it's not there yet, which is good. That's how it, honest, how it should have been across all of the Cold Steel games. Until this one, you know, again, I'm assuming there's going to be a final thing, a finality to it all, with the bonding stuff. Then you have it. Then you definitely have it. Kind of what I liked about the bonding in Crossbell. It had that aspect where it's like, yeah, it's interesting. I don't like that they had similar things there that they do here, where it's like some important stuff is hidden. Hidden, I don't know if the right word, but because of the bonding points, some important stuff story-wise is like hidden. I'm gonna say hidden. You know what I mean? Locked behind it. Locked behind it. That's probably better. Locked behind the bonding events. It's like the Towa one. That's so significant for her character. Like, again, forget the whole, like, pairing people up. Like, that's so significant for her character and is important. Like, the Machias one. Similar feeling. Like, that's important to what we learned about him in Cold Steel 1. And how he's, like, evolved and changed as a person. It's like, these things are so important. And I'm so happy we had the New Game Plus save to do it. So we can actually see all of them. It's just so important. But anyway, we're going to end this part here and we'll carry on the rounds, get some more bonding stuff, and hopefully we'll see some as good as that one. Because that was good. I really liked that. Anyway, we'll see you in the next part. Ta-da for now.